Hi, my name's Ian Scott and welcome back to Threadsville, where we simplify styling. And if you're like me, you're probably tired of hearing about all of the fashion trends out there. And while I think fashion trends can be helpful when wanting to experiment with different pieces, I don't know that they're the most beneficial ways to cultivate an authentic sense of style, mainly because they're cyclical. They keep you buying more and using less. They are entirely dependent on that adrenaline rush that you get when you're looking for that one thing that one model was wearing or that one influencer. You have to ask yourself, is what I'm looking for a piece that is a classic, that will work well with everything else that I have? Or is it just something that's novel? It doesn't really have any place in my wardrobe or my greater sensibilities when it comes to clothing. Building a style is ultimately about being deliberate and thoughtful about the kind of silhouette that you want to create and your color palette, or what kind of textures. All of that is hugely influential when figuring out how you like to dress yourself. Going even beyond that, it brings into question your lifestyle. What do I wear for my job? What do I spend my time doing? The bulk of my days, what am I doing? And what do I wear when I'm doing that? You know, if you're somebody who works outdoors or you're working a blue-collar job, what do I really wear when I'm doing that? When I'm out there with my coworkers, is that a way that I like to dress? So it goes into the larger question of how do you want to represent yourself? And I think that has nothing to do at the end of the day with trends, because trends are always pitching you different ideas about what you should be doing. This is not, however, to say that some trendy items can't work for you. Straight fit pants. That is a trend that I totally connected with, and I don't think I'll ever be looking back. I also acknowledge that, like, if there's a trend where safari jackets are in, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to jump on that bandwagon, because I've bought the safari jacket and it's not for me. No matter how many times I try, I always come back to the question of, is it something that you're buying because you genuinely want it, or is it a impulse purchase? Think about that. Ask yourself that question when you're in the store, when you're trying it on. Is this something that I feel comfortable in? Is Carhartt really for me, even though I'm working a tech job? Maybe it is. Maybe you really dig the look and you're just gonna roll with it, but maybe that's not who you are deep down inside, and that's totally cool. Think about the lifespan. Think about whether or not the item will last you even 6 months or 2 years. And if you don't think it will, then you probably have no business buying and or wearing it. At the end of the day, trends keep you looking current, and if that's what you want, that's fine. But I'd like to urge you to be a little bit more deliberate with what you're buying, and just always be asking yourself questions while you're looking at the piece and looking at how it shapes your body, how the colors look, and all of that important information. Because you don't want to be buying stuff that is just going to accumulate and then get thrown away or given to Goodwill in 2 years. But as always, thank you again for watching, and know that I make content like this every week, and I post on Fridays at 5:30 p.m. So if you'd like to get more notifications as far as when I post, feel free to hit the subscribe button and bell, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks again.